Don't piss off any of these guys.
Okay. Hello.
Morning,
Good morning.
everybody. Hey, thanks for the nice weather and the shade. I appreciate that.
Take it, right. Good to go? Okay. We heard you're first.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, so this is Sergeant Noah Fast with the East Rochester Police Department. He'll be followed by Monroe County Sheriff Chief Deputy Michael Fowler. Thank you.
You step up to the mic a little bit. Thanks.
Good morning. Again, I'm Sergeant Noah Fast with the East Rochester Police Department. We're here this morning following up on an investigation regarding the incident that had occurred at RGH in the city of Rochester earlier this morning. The investigation has taken us to DePaul Drive here in East Rochester, where we're working with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, RPD, and a couple of federal agencies following up with that. There was a threat to public safety, so the Sheriff's Department was called in and requested, and they brought in their bomb squad to address that issue. There is a deceased male in the residence, but at this point in time we wouldn't be able to confirm who that is. And then also Chief Deputy Fowler was going to follow up with you on what the bomb squad is actually doing here today.
What led you to this house?
A call from the Rochester Police Department as part of their investigation led us here at approximately around in the middle of the night, around 3 in the morning.
Have you had contact with this individual who lives at the residence prior to today?
We've never actually had contact with him. We've had a couple of calls regarding him, but never actually been able to make contact in the past.
I guess sort of the word on the street is that there was a live stream of some sort, in which case he was making threats to the hospital. You were brought in a couple hours later. Were you ever able to make contact with him, or has he, I guess,
regarding this issue with RGH and everything, we've never made contact with him.
Were the prior calls that you guys were alerted to, were those mental health related?
Yes, extended period of time ago, though not related to this issue whatsoever.
But they were related to mental health?
They're related to mental health.
Okay.
I'm going to take a moment and just talk about the coordination between the agencies and what the Sheriff's Office mission is here today. As Sergeant Fast mentioned, we were contacted early this morning to assist with the investigation. East Rochester has the primary responsibility for this location, and obviously Rochester Police Department has the responsibility for the hospital, but we're assisting. When our bomb squad was requested, it was due to a suspicion of some sort of hazardous device that may have been placed in the home. So because of that potential threat, we're being as cautious as possible. We're operating very slowly to make sure that we don't risk any safety to the public or to our deputies or officers. So the bomb squad is being assisted right now by our drone team, and our Special Operations Commander, Captain Bancroft, is out here with his unit. They're managing that scene right now. The intent is for us to get it as safe as possible so that we can turn it back over to East Rochester Police Department for their investigation. We're using our drone resources actually inside the home, along with a robot that's operated by the bomb squad, before we send any deputies inside, just to make sure that we're not creating an unsafe situation or potentially causing some sort of hazardous situation.
Chief Fowler, can you explain, was the suspicious device something that was seen upon entry and then a retreat? Was it seen on the live stream?
Yeah,
and what is it?
So there's, this is as I'm sure you can put together, this is kind of a complicated incident here. We have multiple agencies involved. We have a length of time involved. We have some live stream social media going on. So there's people actively, very quickly trying to get as much information out of those recordings and out of that video, and then feeding it to us as quickly as possible so that we can be in the right location at the right time. Those video recordings led us to this suspicion that there might be a risk here to anybody that would enter that home, and that's why we're being as cautious as possible. I can't stress enough how thankful we are to the neighborhood. This is very inconvenient for them, plus concerning for their safety, right? We have schools going on. Very shortly we'll have school buses in the afternoon. We have to take all that into consideration. So we're gonna operate slowly out of safety, but we're gonna try to get this done as quickly as possible and allow these homeowners to get back to their normal lives.
We understand the mom may have been in the house at the time. Is she able to get out safely, or?
Mom is safe, and she's very helpful for us, and obviously, you know, she's very concerned. But she is here with us. She's been more than cooperative with us, and you know, we're trying to comfort her as well.
This is a little challenging because there's a press conference going on at RGH at 10:30, so they may be addressing some of this. But was the thought that that particular gentleman intended to take the device to RGH?
I don't believe so. You know, it's so early in the investigation. We haven't even been able to get inside the house yet, so there's so much yet we have to learn. But it does not appear that way. No, you know, we're trying to put the two pieces together, and there appears to be multiple grievances, and you know, we'll investigate that and cooperate with the federal agencies that are taking the lead on that piece also.
I'm sorry, what the federal agencies are involved?
Well,
why?
It all initiated from the federal agencies. There's, you know, how the FBI is very proactive in searching out for things like this, and there was an active stream on social media, so that people learned of that and started to alert the Rochester Police Department, who then passed it on to East Rochester and us. So there's a lot of moving pieces, and we're still yet to put it all together. We're mostly concerned about the safety to the neighbors and the public right now.
There are a lot of moving pieces, and everybody can appreciate that, of course. But what are the next steps moving forward now? Like how far along in the search of the house are you guys, and when can we kind of expect tape to come down and things to move on?
So we're progressing very quickly now. We've been able to have some success with the use of the drone and the robot, and we're getting very close to being comfortable putting those deputies, the bomb squad deputies, into the house on foot. Once we get them inside and we start to take some evidence photographs and things like that, we'll come out, we'll debrief them, we'll look at the photographs, we'll look at the drone video, and we'll make sure that we're not missing anything. You know, we're putting 6 different sets of eyes on these videos to make sure that there's nothing suspicious in there. And then at that point that we're confident, then we'll turn it over to Sergeant Fast, and he will work with RPD and possibly the FBI on what that investigative step becomes. As you're aware, there is a deceased person in there right now, so that it will be the initial focus of the investigation, is how that death occurred.
Has not been removed from the home?
No, has not.
Okay.
No.
You talked about an investigation online. Do you think that this is the only location tied to that?
At this point, we do. However, I can tell you that there are multiple efforts in place right now to make sure that we're not missing anything. Yes.
And do we think he was working alone? Makes it sound like he was up to something. But do we think there's anybody else involved in any stage of this?
I think the best way for me to answer that is to say that we don't yet know, and there's a lot of work to do.
And just lastly, obviously, I'm assuming someone did the right thing here, right? They saw the live stream. Yeah. We understand this may be a high school student. Was it kids involved in alerting police, and that's sort of what you've been asking them to do? Yeah,
that's exactly what we're asking them to do. And you know, without revealing or you know, exposing a potential witness here, it seems to have worked in this case, and it's, you know, we're so thankful for all of that cooperation, because it potentially saves lives, right?
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Will there be updates throughout the day?
If sure, you'll hear from us.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, that's okay. So at the point where the sheriff's office has concluded its bomb squad investigation and we turn it over to ERPD, we will put out a blast stating that our mission is done and that any further requests should go to East Rochester.
And then there is a shelter-in-place order for residents right now?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.